what? I think, I don't know necessarily easier, but different. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because back then you got to think like, what? Okay, so this was like, I'm like aging myself right now, but this was 1997. So we had cell phones, but they were like, you know, there was no text messaging, there was no internet. It was just, you could call somebody. That was it. You know what I'm saying? We had just got the ability to text message, which, by the way, I created the text messaging promo. Like I put together like, you know, Jamaican Me Crazy tonight. We got Beanie Man, blah, blah, blah. And I would send it out to all my contacts. And I remember the first time I sent it out, Cece was like, what is this? And I was like, trust me, that's going to be the new thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then also like on the internet, like I would find websites to post our flyers. Like I would figure out a way to get the flyer from the person who made it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like how it is now where it's just natural. Like you had to actually go through processes and steps to like get that done.
All right. There we go. So you knew the text message thing was gonna work when you did it.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, I can text people. I'm like, oh, we at Jamaican Be Crazy tonight. I'll see you there. Firestone.
Was that, you say, one of your best as far as longevity events that you did? Was the Jamaican?
Yeah, because he had already been doing it for years. Yeah. So I just came in to assist and learn from him, and then I was able to take everything I learned from him and flip it into doing my own events.
All right. So we know that you did all the promotions and all. Now you started doing dealing with artists itself, like managing artists, right? So who was the first artist that you managed?
Well, honestly, it really started with working with DJ Nasty through CC. Right. So, but Jamaican Me Crazy, DJ Nasty and DJ Pro Style were the two hip hop DJs. Yeah. So back then, you know, we'd have a reggae set, a hip hop set, old school set, even a reggaeton set. You know what I mean? So anyway, so Nasty saw me promoting and was like, hey, look, I work with all these record labels and they need a street team here. So that was how I started working with record labels. So by working with Nasty, I was able to start meeting all of the right people in the music industry on the music side of it, instead of just the clubs. Yeah. And then I didn't manage artists for a while because it just seemed like such a headache. And it is, you know what I mean? Like, no disrespect, but it's a lot. It's a whole lot for very little money until somebody makes it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to like stick with it for a long time to see like an end result. You have to really believe in the artist.
So when did you start the street team?
So that was 97. So in high school, I had a light street team just on my own, doing it, figuring it out. And then when I met Cece, it was summer of 97 that I started like actual street team. I just started passing out flyers for him. And then I started recruiting other people. And then I ended up having I had guys and girls, but I would have the girls be forefront. So I had like an all female street team. You know, we put them in matching t-shirts or tank tops, look cute, you know, and then, you know, that's when the record labels came into play. Like, you know, like I worked for Def Jam for a while. We would pass out the little promo CDs and flyers and they make up little cool little stuff for us to give away.
All right. So how'd you get linked up with Def Jam?
That was probably through Nasty, I'm sure. Because, I mean, I met a lot of the record label guys through DJ Nasty and DJ Pro Style. But mostly DJ Nasty for sure.
You never wanted to be a DJ? Never wanted to try DJing?
You want to know what's crazy is I was working with DJ Greg G for a while, and I had turntables, and like I would just, you know, like play around or whatever. And I told him that like I really wanted to be a DJ, and I swear to God, I think I was maybe 20, 21, and I told him I wanted to start DJing, and he's like, oh, you're too old to start DJing. And being young back then and having respect for somebody, I was like, oh, okay, I respect your opinion. Yeah, nah, bro. Like, I'll go DJ now if I want to. You know what I mean? Like, that was a very valuable lesson for me to learn, is to not always listen to people, even if you look up to them, because they could guide you the wrong way for whatever reason they have. You know what I mean?
All right, so out of all the entertainment things that you done did, right, what would you say that you enjoyed the most out of all of them?
I'm enjoying being on the radio. I had went off the radio for a while. I really enjoy interviewing artists. The other thing that I'd say, probably the most, I would say, is putting together my Hottest in the Hood events, where I showcase artists, where let them come perform. Because a lot of artists that I brought onto Hottest in the Hood, they'll tell me it's the first time that they've even been able to hit a stage. You know what I mean? To get that experience and to get that feeling, and, you know, to see if they even really want to do it or not.
So when did you start the Hottest in the Hood?
So Hottest in the Hood started actually with DJ Greg G at Icon, maybe 2004 or 5, I think. And then we did it for a few years. We kind of let it go. And then one day I just was like, man, I miss doing Hottest in the Hood. I'm going to bring that back. So I started doing it in Orlando. I did some in Atlanta, did some in Polk County, like kind of all around Florida.
All right. Now, have you ever seen an artist in Hottest in the Hood that you was like, you know, they definitely gonna make it?
You definitely gonna make it?
Yeah.
Ooh, definitely.
So what would you say separated those artists from the rest of the artists?
I would say the confidence, but also, like I said, like for some of them, it was their first time on stage. So like just getting on a stage for the first time and getting that feeling for it, it takes time to develop your personality on stage. Because I've seen artists start and just be super stiff and just like want to make sure the music comes out of their mouth. You know what I mean? And then develop into a point where they're actually interacting with the crowd and they feel confident enough to let the music be there, but then also bring out the personality.
All right. So what would you say are the top 3 things that an artist should have? Like let's say that you was looking for an artist, you was A&R, or you had your record label or whatnot, you was looking for an artist to actually develop or whatnot. What are the top 3 things you would say that artists must have?
Number 1 is personality, without being stuck up or being a dick or being like they're too good for everybody. You know, having a good personality and being able to talk to people, meet and greet your fans, interact with DJs, interact with media, taking them to do interviews. That's been the biggest hold up for me. Like right now I'm managing China Blanco. I can take her anywhere. She can talk to anybody. She can get on any microphone, any camera, take a picture, do a video. Like I don't even have to like worry about her doing the right thing. She's going to do it. You know what I mean? So and I know it took her time to get to that point. It took development before I even started working with her. She had been working on that. You know what I mean? But it's just actually taking the time and being aware of what you're doing and developing yourself. Because I see artists just get stuck for such a long time in the same mode. And honestly, a lot of the artists that I deal with, the downfall is they get a little bit of notoriety, they become popular in their city, and they're just like, oh, I'm good, I'm too cool now. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like there's an artist right now that I was bringing onto my radio show this week, and I made a flyer and everything for him, and now I can't get a hold of him. He hasn't sent me his clean version of his music for the DJs to make a mix, which had to be done ahead of time. So I had to take him off the show. And it's like, I really like that artist and I really wanted him on the show. But I'm like, what do I do? You know what I mean? And so it's like a lot of artists would love to come do an interview on the radio. And some artists are just like, oh, whatever, I'm too cool. You know what I mean? And that kind of makes me sad because it's like their careers could go so much further outside of Orlando, outside of whatever city they're in, if they would just actually, you know, realize that they're not that big. You know what I mean? There's so much more out there.
So how long have you been doing radio?
Off and on for a couple years, like I would say like 7-8 years. But even before that, we had the underground station, 95 Live. I wasn't on the station, but I did promotion for them. So I was around them and like learned a lot from being around them. But yeah, those were fun days. Those were crazy, crazy days. Yeah.
Now, as a female, was it hard when you first started out? I know I'm going back.
Yeah.
Was it hard when you first started out actually getting into the game with it being a male-dominated field?
Yeah, the biggest thing was like, you know, some dudes are going to be respectful and be like, oh, this is my little sister, and treat me like a little sister and take care of me. And then other dudes are like mad disrespectful, especially when I was younger and like prettier, you know what I mean? Like had more going on. I had to be like, you know what I mean? And then the thing is like when you don't mess with dudes, then they're like, oh, you must be gay. So then it was like, oh, Mercedes is gay. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, no, I have a boyfriend or I'm in a relationship. Like I'm not going to be messing around with random dudes. You know what I mean? So it's like that to me was always the hardest thing that I would feel like so upset about was when I would hear somebody talking bad about me. When it's like, damn, dude, like I'm just trying to, you
Yeah,
know what I
make some
mean? I just want
money.
to, yeah, I'm just trying to like promote my business and be cool and, you know, be Mercedes streets. But just because I don't go out with you or fuck you, then it's
Yeah.
like, now I'm this, you know what I mean?
Now, was it hard having a relationship when you was like being
Yeah.
in the entertainment field?
Yeah, unsuccessful. I tried a few times and bro, you know what I came to realize is that a lot of dudes when they get with a girl like relationship wise, they want her to be like a wifey. Like they want to come home. Like and I'm
Yeah.
out of the club. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They want to come home to their girl, cooking dinner, and I'm not doing that. Like I'm out of the club or I'm across the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
So
making moves.
yeah, so that's been the hardest thing for me. And then like even when I meet dudes and I'm like, look, you know who I am, you know what I do, that's not gonna be our life. They're like, no, that's cool. I like you for you. And then you get into the relationship and then it's like, oh, you were for real. Like you're really not gonna be here every night. And I'm like, yeah, like I warned you, like, you know what I mean? So that's been the biggest downfall for me relationship wise.
Now, if you were like, let's say you was to hop into a relationship with someone now, would you rather have someone in the industry or someone who's not in the industry but has understanding of your position?
So for the longest time, I'm like, I'm not dating in the industry. You just don't want to like ruin any relationships or hear anything bad about yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then the people who aren't in the industry that you date don't get it. No matter how much they say, they don't get it. You go to the strip club, oh, what the, you're at the strip club, that's crazy. And it's like, no, that's just a normal night for me. Like I'm not there like, oh, I'm at the strip club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like I'm there making sure the DJs are playing my records and I'm, you know, whatever. So I was like, okay, it'd be cool to date somebody in the industry.
Yeah.
So I tried that. Nothing against all y'all dudes in the industry, but y'all are some whores. And I'll just say it. Like, honestly, like, that is crazy. So I've kind of shied away from that. So I don't have the answer, honestly. I wish I had, because if I had the,
Either way it goes,
bro, if I had the answer, I'd be in a relationship right now. Honestly, like I've tried both, and it's just like, I don't know. I mean, hopefully somebody's out there. I don't know what I'm saying.
Do you have kids?
No,
No kids?
no,
All right. Nobody ain't punch you up yet.
no. We're not doing that. No, I don't got time for kids. Then I'd really be a wifey at home, and I'm not. I would go crazy. No.
All right. Let me ask you this: What's more important, branding or marketing?
I mean, I feel like they go hand in hand.
But if you was to pick one to have, if it was 70-30, which one would you put the 70% on?
I'd have to say marketing and hope for the best. Because with branding, it's more specific, you know, to that artist. You know, what's unique about them that you're going to brand and make about them. And marketing is more of like an overall, making sure the whole world knows who they are. You know what I mean? So you could have the coolest branding, but if nobody knows it, then it doesn't matter. Yeah. So I guess I would put marketing over it, but also if you don't have unique branding, then you're just like everybody else. You know what I mean? So I think you got to kind of go hand in hand with that and be unique, but also make sure the whole world knows who you are.
All right, let me ask you this. Would you take talent over performance? Like, let's say somebody can write, they can sing good, but their performance wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But then you got somebody who can perform like, you know what I'm saying, top tier, but it wasn't a good writer and they're not a good singer or whatever, or a rapper or whatever.
I would say work really does outshine talent a lot of times. I work with some of the most talented people who did not want to put the work in and they never went anywhere. I have music on my hard drive that would blow you away, but no, the world will never hear it because they didn't want to put the work in and they gave up. So I would say, like, you know, work over talent is going to win.
All right.
And I hate that that's true because there's so many talented people out there, but it's still a business. You still got to put that work in.
All right. Now, as far as Orlando artists, now I know you've known the artists from the beginning to now, right?
She's so systematic. Popping pills, she's Cincinnati. Pulling up in foreigns. Got that panic on my arm. You really can't with the charm. She's so systematic. Popping pills, she's Cincinnati. Pulling up in foreigns. Got that panic on my arm. You really can't with the charm.
would never